The Killer is directed by David Fincher and stars Michael Fassbender, Tilda Swinton, Charles Parnell, Arliss Howard, and Carrie O'Malley. And after a fateful near miss, an assassin battles his employers and himself on an international manhunt he insists isn't personal. Hello, you weird, beautiful movie lovers. My name is Louie, aka Movie Fandom, and today we are talking about The Killer, the most recent movie from David Fincher, who I really love as a director, even though I haven't seen all of his movies. I love The Social Network so much. It's my personal favorite of his works that I have seen so far. And I recently watched Seven for the first time, which I also love. And yeah, so I really do love this guy, even though I haven't seen all of his movies. But I will hopefully get to them one day. And this movie I was really looking forward to. I was really curious, and I love Michael Fassbender as an actor, and also Tilda Swinton too, so I was really intrigued with it. And now after seeing it, I gotta say this movie is an absolute blast. I mean, genuinely. First off, Michael Fassbender, obviously, he is amazing. I am really hoping he gets a Best Actor nomination. Probably not, but he was really great as this character. From what I've heard, people are comparing this to American Psycho with the voiceover, and while I haven't seen that, but I do know some stuff with it, yeah, it does kind of feel like it, honestly, at least from what I've seen and heard of. And it's really well done. I also love with the incorporation of the Smith music, cause he listens to music and it is mainly the Smiths, and I loved how that was incorporated in the movie. Also, Tilda Swinton, who was in the movie, surprisingly pretty short, but for that short time she was in, she was amazing in it. I loved her character so much. She gave an amazing performance. I loved what we got from her. She was amazing. I also kind of hope she may get a Best Supporting Actress nomination. Probably not, but I am hoping for it. Also, back to Michael Fassbender, his character in here was really good. He doesn't have a character name, it's just called The Killer. And I loved his character. I love how on the outside he is basically fierce. He is focused. He is basically a perfectionist, which basically is kind of Fincher himself. And he will go and he will not improvise if he has a plan, and I love that about him. But also with that, he is kind of terrified, actually, like, a lot. You can tell with the stopwatch he has on him, and I actually love that addition to it. Also, the cinematography here is really good, especially in one action scene, which is amazing. It is very darkly lit, and not shitty looking like Suicide Squad from 2016, but actually well made, and it's well incorporated in the movie itself. Also, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross's score in this movie is also amazing. They did the score for The Social Network, which is also by Fincher himself, and it is genuinely amazing, and I kind of prefer the score a little more than The Social Network, actually. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I should re-listen to it some other time, but yeah. And like TMNT earlier this year, they are both amazing, and I definitely prefer this one over TMNT, though I did love the score for TMNT a lot. It did kind of get a little tiring a little bit, even when I listened to it, but I still love it. A lot of the beats kind of get tiring, after a while, but in general, that is a great score, and this also is amazing, especially in a scene where it makes you want to feel anxious and terrified. It really does work with that. Also, I love the pacing in this movie. This is a really slow burn movie, honestly, and by slow burn, it is very slow burn. Even with it being very straightforward, it is slow burn, and I absolutely love that with it. And even with it feeling there, even though it is a slow movie, I did not feel the runtime at all. The first time I checked how long I was into it was 63 minutes in, which kind of shocked me, honestly. And even after it ending, it just felt like snap of a finger fast. I mean, genuinely, it was really great. Also, the costume design itself is really great. Also, I loved a lot of it with it. It was really well done with, especially Michael Fassbender's character himself. Who it really fits in with it, especially when he is going around the world and basically trying to kill these people out of revenge. And the way his the costume design with what he wears, it just really fits with it. It just really fits with it, and I also loved what else we got with it. If I'd say issues, it would definitely be I wish we got a little more of his personal side, honestly, where I did feel the revenge part with him, but even with that, it did kind of feel a little underwhelming with that. So I did still like with what we got. I kind of wish we got a little more, so to feel at least a little bit more with it. And I think it could have had a better payoff with it also. And also the ending, I don't hate the ending. In fact, I really do like the ending, but maybe it's something I need to rewatch, but it didn't feel that, satisfied. I didn't feel that satisfied with it. I'm pretty sure that's just a problem on a first watch. Maybe when I rewatch it, I'm probably not gonna feel that. But yeah, I definitely need to give this a rewatch, and yeah. Overall, also, can I just say one quickly, this movie is surprisingly pretty brutal. Not brutal as a movie like, Seven was, or a movie this year like When Evil Lurks or something like that, but it is actually pretty brutal, and, it's it's actually well done. But yeah. Also a tiny nitpick maybe. But it didn't really feel that bothersome. But I don't know. I just kind of felt like I need to mention it. But in the beginning, with the setup for it, with the voiceover, it cuts back to the scene where with what's happening, and what he's trying to do with it, and admittedly, it doesn't say anything, and then when it comes back to him, it will have voiceover. And while I did like that part of the movie, it did kind of feel a little off. I don't know. Probably just a me thing, and maybe it'll pass on a rewatch. It's nothing really. I just kind of wanted to mention it to get off my chest, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, overall, The Killer is an absolute blast. I love this movie, and if you are a hardcore Fincher fan, I'm pretty sure you will love this movie also. Overall, I give The Killer an A minus. So, those are my thoughts on The Killer. What did you think about this movie? Did you love it, hate it? Let's agree, disagree down below in the comments. Come and tell me. My review for The Marvels will be coming tomorrow. I am seeing that movie later, on today in a little bit, actually. In about an hour or so. So, yeah, I am pretty optimistic to see that. I'm not really that excited for it, but, I'm going in optimistic. And like I said, reviews for The Hunger Games and other stuff will be coming out. So yeah, and also, I am going to review an anime, also, that's, I'm gonna be watching tomorrow. I keep on forgetting the name for it, so I'm sorry, but, I'm sorry about that, but, if you want to see it, then you can go to my Letterboxd, I guess, and, I'll probably review that, either Sunday, I guess, but, yeah. So yeah, that's it right now. Yeah. Stay awesome.